Okay, this is question 18 on the higher non-calculator paper. Now, first of all, let's read through the question. The triangle ABC is drawn on centimeter grid. The point A is 2, 2, which is that one there. Point B is 6, 2, which is 6 across, 2 up. Point C is 5, 5, so that's 5 across, 5 up, so that's the coordinates of all of those, and they're on the diagram. Triangle PQR is an enlargement of triangle ABC, so that's a new triangle, triangle PQR, with a scale factor of a half, and the center is 0, 0. Work out the area of triangle PQR. So what I'm going to do is, there's several ways of doing this, but I'm going to choose to draw or find triangle PQR, draw it, and then work out its area. So the center of enlargement is 0, 0. It's over there. The scale factor is a half. But before I do that, I'm going to draw lines from the center of enlargement through all three corners. These don't need to be very dark, but I'm just going to make sure that they are visible. Right, so yep, you can see that. I'm going to draw one through A. Actually, if I do that, it goes through both A and C. Alright, so that might be helpful a bit later. Okay, so triangle PQR is an enlargement of triangle ABC. So because the scale factor is a half, when I enlarge the shape, right, so this is actually going to make it smaller by a half. So I'm going to go from, say, O to A, halfway is going to be one of those points. And I'm going to say, well, if it's A, that point is going to be P. And that's where point P is, because that's half of O to A. If I look at O to B, the halfway point on that, and this is just with doing it by eye, is going to be over there. That's the halfway point, and B is the second letter in that triangle, so I'm going to make a second letter in this PQR, so that's going to be Q. And then R, right, which is going to be where C ends up, is halfway from O to C. So now, the halfway point from there, if we count diagonals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 diagonals, halfway is going to be 2.5, so that's 1, 2.5. If you think about it there, I'm going to just estimate, okay, it's going to be halfway there. So I'm actually going to complete that triangle now, and that's there, there, and there. Should label that R. So what I've just done is drawn the enlargement of triangle ABC with a scale factor of a half and center 0. So it actually comes back. That's its enlargement, scale factor a half. So it's actually been reduced by or enlarged by a factor of a half. So it's been made smaller. Now the question, however, asked, work out the area of triangle PQR. Now area of a triangle is equal to a half times base times height. You need to make sure you know this. Now what's the base of that triangle? The base of that triangle, PQR, is 2. And the height of that triangle is all the way from there to there. So that's the height. And the height is 1.5 squares. So it's 1.5. Now, working this out, a half of 2 is 1. 1 times 1.5 is 1.5. And so that gives me my answer, 1.5 centimeters squared. Alright, this is a potentially straightforward question. However, it hasn't been answered well in the exam. The examiner's report indicated that very few people got this. If you're able to do this, you'll be an exception and you'll be picking up marks that other people can't or haven't. Make sure you're okay with it, you understand what's been done, and see if you can get these marks.